Let's
Okay.
get it.
It's filming.
Okay.
Don't get your fingers in it.
Hi, this is Krista Flanzer, and this is my speech, and I am doing it kind of in an unusual fashion. Here we are, and here are my audience members who will still be here at the end of the speech. And now I'm going to ask one of them to hold this, please, and put it on me. Thank you, Andrea. No, you stand there and put it on me.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Hi, everyone. What I'd like to talk to you about right now is the need for travel, but not immediate travel, because I'd like you all to stay here for 6 minutes. But I feel that travel is essential for everyone to do, and I feel that it's essential because the world, although it's becoming closer together because of the internet, it's still farther apart because of the internet, and it's so difficult to connect with one another that sometimes we just lose sight of who's who, and we lose sight of love, kind of like real love, like we get mad at people we don't know, and this is too much to deal with. I'm going off speech, so I'm going to get back to my body of speech. I'm sorry. Okay, when I was when I was 28 years old, I got kind of lost, and so I took off and I backpacked around Southeast Asia for a decade or so, and then I came back. And the things that here's what happened in the beginning. I got to the host country that I went to, which was Japan, and first thing I did was get lost, because I wanted to get lost so I would know how I could find my way back to where I was staying. The people who came up to me and just wanted to ride on the train with me to help me make it to where I was going, it was incredible, and it was so warming, and it was so close, because here I am only knowing about Japan from my father, talking about things that happen that I don't understand, like in Hawaii and bombs and these kind of things. And then here these people are coming up to me and loving me like a stranger from America. So this was my first incident. Well, as the 10 years moved along, I started finding things out that made me see, wow, I thought we were the hero country. I thought that, and I think all of us really are and want to be. But as I went along on that journey, and as I went to Cambodia and Laos and India, I found that we weren't as much of a hero as I had thought that we were, and it was quite painful. Can you give me a time limit? Have a time thing?
2:53.
Just keep going.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just keep
Thank you.
going.
For instance, when I was in Cambodia, I learned that we had dropped. They estimate that the Red Cross estimates that there are approximately 9 to 27 million unblown up landmines that still are under the ground, just above just around the surface.
Yep.
And the reason they're still there is because the monsoons happen every year, which make them float around, and so you never know. It's like a well, anyhow. So I went ahead and I joined an organization, and I cleaned up some landmines because I felt guilty. Okay, I mean, I felt really guilty that we haven't taken care of that yet. Now this is 20 years ago, so no, it wasn't yesterday.
Wow.
But
That's awesome.
thank you. So I spoke with some expats who live there, and then I spoke with my mother-in-law, because I got married to a Japanese man, and my mother-in-law lived in one of the only homes that didn't get blown up from incendiary bombs that were blown up by the United States, at the same time that they were claiming that there were inhumane fashions of war going on. So I was lost, because I had believed that I came from a great country and the best country in the world. I'm not saying it is or isn't anymore. I'm just saying that what I believed was crushed and crumbled. So what I did to come back to somebody who was worthy of anything, and that started out with actually the Cambodia, picking up the landmines as I could. Now, it's not quite as dangerous and exciting as it may seem like it was. Unfortunately, the way that it was done is we block off an area, but they send out hungry little piglets, and then some of them blow up, and we have to clean the mess afterwards. Now, that's really sad, but it's unfortunately better than than a child running around and getting
Yeah.
grown up, right?
Yeah. Or one of us.
Or anyone, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because you guys have been so kind.
No,
No?
it's awesome.
Okay, all right. So then I spent some time in India because I was really feeling like hateful towards myself, like all these horrible things I felt I had done. Being in Vietnam and all these other things. I just thought it was me, and I just felt crumbled. Who am I? So I went to India and I found out I was less of who I thought I was, but in that fashion I was more because I was with everyone, and it was really, really wonderful. And now there's some education things going on right now where indigenous peoples who are trying to get their lands back, which I think is a pretty cool thing, have something to say about the education that has happened in their lands. For example, in Australia and in America and in New Zealand, wherever France or wherever England or America had gone ahead and what is the word? I'm sorry, but colonized. Where any of these countries colonized the indigenous people, they educated the people, but the way that they educated them was by discouraging and discrediting their own language and their own education, their own indigenous ways of learning and living on their land, which is like a bridge to their life. And so there's a lot to be said about, well, is education actually something that's created for mass direction, or is it not? I think that's one of the reasons it's important to travel, because you get to step outside of the zone of typical education, which could be construed or not. I'm not making any claims here, just informing everyone that in order to stick together and to love everyone, I think we should all travel, take some time, whenever it is, and make it now, as soon as possible.
Not just be Americanized.
Well, not just be anything, just be loving and just realize that there's more than what we know.
Open up your mind to
There's always
everything.
more than what we know. As a
Become
matter of fact,
one.
y'all, when I went to India, I studied Zen Shiatsu for 6 months at the foothills of the
Nice.
Himalayan mountains. So the reason I say that is because, well, you
That's
guys are from
awesome.
the Nevada School of
That's cool.
Massage Therapy, and so you're all awesome. And I just want to thank you so much. I am indebted to all of you. Thank you so much.
Big hug.
Cupcakes on
Big
back
hug.
of the car. Thank you.
All right? Wait,
You're
guys,
welcome.
and
No
I
worries.
promise I'm going to come in and I'm going to get massages from every one of you that I can. So if you have your cards, go ahead.
We're all still here.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
No worries.
Thank you all.
Thank
You
you.
guys-
Bye.
Be
Oh.
safe.